I think you need a character sheet. I think you need a character sheet just for your dark beers.
just what's up, people? It is Wednesday, Curse of Strahd. We are live. Yes, I believe you have 4 current dark gifts because your Hellhounds one dissipated upon the disappearing of your hounds after the summoning, so that one is no longer active. But the other 4 that I have put into your Discord DMs are still active. There are ones with time limits on it. Anything that has a time limit, just keep track of it. But it is, Drax, it's hot. You are very, very correct. It's very warm.
I think he was looking at chicken and the screen and going, hey, so hot.
It's possible. Anything's possible. Oh, wow. So, just a quick announcement for those that haven't read the Discord as yet. Due to IRL commitments, Sunday night's VTM will not be going ahead. We're going to skip a session, but instead we will, if people are keen, the players specifically, we'll do a just chatting session similar to what we did with the D&D one the last time we didn't have a D&D session. So if you are still keen to come in even for an hour or so on Sunday night to hang out and just chat about season 1 of VTM, maybe we can do some rules chatting and what things that we've done up until this point and things like that, and just have a general chat about TTRPGs, specifically the Vampire Masquerade. So up to you whether you are able to be there or not. For those of us around that are not feeling well, good chance to have a rest and relax and try and recover. But it'd be about the same time, so about 7:30, 8 o'clock we'll look at starting running, maybe an hour and a half, just depending.
Or even if you're not feeling well, just come and chat, relax anyway.
You can just hang out in the chat. Don't have to be on camera, it's all good. So, without any further ado, we shall get into tonight's recap. So last we left off, you had defeated a large grey-skinned creature, big toothy maw. Adok had placed his hand on yet another of one of these amber tombs. Adok's explanation and reasoning seemed to be, at least in his mind, legitimate as to why he's doing it. With Adok seemingly believing he is gaining more power, tensions grow with the rest of the party as you eventually move on to the next room. Once again, you were attacked by several, this time one-eyed creatures with large claws and leathery skin. But many of you decided that since Adok was now powerful, that you were going to leave him to fight this battle on his own. Which he did for the most part. A little bit of aid here and there. But the battle was won. Adok left very battered and bruised. But it was won nonetheless. Adok continues offering his reasonings for touching the amber tombs and accepting these gifts. Again, it keep going backwards and forwards. He would have an argument, you guys would retort. At one point, Scathus puts himself in between Adok and a tomb and stops him from touching one of these tombs. Then, again, as discussions wore on, it was decided just to leave him to it. Let him do it. Eventually moving on back towards the main hall and back to the first room where Adok had touched the tomb. There was more tensions going backwards and forwards. Seems at least one of you may have taken on board some of what Adok had said. Karnos, eventually tired of Adok's behavior, offers Zadriel to challenge Adok one-on-one. But Zadriel retorts, well, you said you would. And so it happened. Karnos removed his armor and weapons, as did Adok, after a little bit of healing to bring himself back up to some manner of combatant in this particular situation. And as you fought back and forth, Karnos, you did notice that Adok seemed a lot stronger than he previously was. He held his own in this fight, at one point getting the upper hand putting Karnos into a chokehold. Karnos managed, however, to stand and slam Adok against a wall, and then just repeatedly slammed his fist into his face, and eventually Adok was rendered unconscious. At this point, it looked as though Karnos was potentially going to finish Adok, but decided not to. It's at this point you all hear the painful scream of Zadriel from the room next to you, and as you move in to investigate, you find Zadriel, hammer and shield at her side, on her knees. As she turns to face you as you walk into the room, you notice that she has trails of blood running down her face from her eyes. And this is pretty much where we pick up now tonight, as you guys enter this room with Zadriel. She has cried out in agony, it seems. She's on her knees. And we'll turn it back over to you. Adok, you're still unconscious. So you're not privy to the goings on at this point.
Karnos would be, as the scream happened, would have been putting his armor on and retying Adok into backpack mode. So he would be sort of working his way over there, but much slower than the others.
No problem. So initially, you probably have not seen this initial.
No, I'd be still.
Yeah. So you've not seen the initial thing with Zadriel. So Skathis and Fibblestib, you have walked into this room. You've heard the shattering of the tomb, and found Zadriel in this position on her knees, with blood trickling from her eyes. I'll turn it over to you guys.
What did you do, Z?
Feeble, the power of life or death. I thought I could save Emilia.
She's gone. Yeah, gone. Like, I rattle the dust that I've actually got of hers. Gone. Like, there's nothing left, man. She's gone.
There's still dust there. I mean, we can do something.
Yeah, I made a statue for her. You know, a thing that you put around your neck. That's pretty much what we can do for her. And like, the only thing that would honestly bring her back is like a resurrection, because like one of those really high resolutions, and I'm not gonna save the money to pay for it. I'm sorry, but she's a pain in the ass. But what did you do? The power of life and death. What? You can now just look at Adok and kill him straight away?
I don't. What? Where is Adok? Who won?
Really? You have to ask that question.
I would say, I don't know, it's you, DM, but if I finished putting my Adok backpack on, I'd be coming in to see.
Yep. You'd probably walk in just on the tail end of that conversation.
I can't hear the DM.
Oops. That's because I was muted.
Oh.
So you would definitely come in just on the tail end of that conversation with Adok strapped to your back. And I would say about this time, Adok, you're starting to regain consciousness. So it would be back at 1 HP at this point.
And I'd say, what was the screaming? Are you guys all right?
I'm okay. Is Adok okay?
You know, he's bloody tough, but not tough enough. But he put up a good fight.
Is he still tough? Because technically he died, or did he die?
I didn't let him die. No.
Wait a minute. Just in case, I'm gonna go up, touch Adok's foot, toe, whatever I can touch on him, and cast Lesser Restoration, just in case he's come back with the one that I can cure.
Give me 1 second. Let's have a look here.
We should roll on a table to see which ones.
Well, this is the thing. I know which ones can be and can't be, so I just got to see what you've got. Got 1, 2.
And I don't
Alas.
I don't want to know if he is or isn't. It's just I'd do it, and that's it.
You do it, and I would say you don't know whether it has or not. I will DM you, Cameron, because it does remove one of them, so I'll let you know which one. And
Hopefully, it's the bad one.
probably not, but I will let you know very shortly. So carry on, gentlemen and lady, and I will.
So apparently, Karnos, Zadriel's caught the touching bug and gotten the power of life and death.
What the is? And he looks at her, sort of like absolutely bewildered after all the faith and all that and he says, looks at Fibble and goes, "Well, wow, that really shows intelligence. When we were trying to make a point by having Adok and me fight to see how powerful these gifts really were, with God knows how many gifts he's got. Granted, he was tougher than I expected. He would put up. He tried to choke me out, and he came bloody close. But now Zadriel wants to touch a stone to be weak like him. That makes a ton of sense. Way to go, Zadriel." You may speak in your defense.
Oh, may I? We need to kill Strahd. That's all. There's nothing else. I'm not gonna do what it takes to do that.
Fibble, she's sounding like the goblin.
Technically, she's only touched one. Adok's touched 4, 5.
Yeah, that's true. And look, without got him, what did you lose? Why are your eyes? Is that blood running down your face?
I think it's tar.
Tar?
The blood? I'll wipe my face.
Kind of looks a bit scary. Makes it
as
bit
you
more
touch your
intimidating.
face, and the substance that you rub from your face, indeed, is black, deep black, like pitch.
Is it like oily or is it like
It's very thick,
dry blood?
and sticky. Like it's very much like tar, as Bill has quite eloquently pointed out. It is black as pitch.
Well,
Still has consistency of dried blood, like congealed blood, but it's just as black as tar.
well, let's see this wondrous power then that's going to kill Strahd. Let's do it. What do you got?
I'm not going to use it on all of you.
Please, punch him for me.
Why would I want to punch Ganos? You asked for it.
Adok's gonna like try and poke his head up. It's gonna be like sweltered and bruising and just blood everywhere.
He definitely looks like a punching bag, a human one, or goblin one.
Don't feel bad. Just know that you were wrong. That these don't make him more powerful. They just make him more dumb. And I look directly at Zadriel and I head out the door and say, "Come on, are we mapping this place?"
So at this point, as you turn to head towards the door, all of you just hear a echoing through the temple itself.
Echo.
Just a low chuckle. Pretty sure most of you, if not all of you, would recognize the tonality of the voice. And it is loud, it echoes throughout the chambers of this temple. Can't really discern where it comes from, but it was relatively creepy, to say the least.
That's who we should be targeting. Let's move.
Yeah, well, if that's Strahd, he's laughing because you dimwits touched these stones.
You really want me to use this on you, don't you, Ganos?
He's already walking out the door. Come on, Fibble. Someone with brains better lead this group from now forward.
I hope you're not referring to me because you're all gonna die down here.
Auntie, this is in character. This is by no means attacking you.
All right, so let's. Okay, wait a minute. Foundry. This door. Have we been to? Oh, wait a minute. Come on, Foundry.
You've been to all the doors in this corridor.
So we've been through this whole side.
Yes, you have.
Okay. Right, Karnos.
So
We've done this
this
side.
entire corridor has been done. So yeah, heading back to the main sort of open corridor there, which leads you into this area, which you've seen several times as you've passed, in fact, on the upper levels.
All right, Karnos, take the ad hoc bag and throw him in that hallway. That great big area there.
All right. Did you say ad hoc on the bag?
The ad hoc bag, yeah. Just throw him in there.
All right.
Because
Sorry.
if there's any traps or anything, he might as well set them off. He's immortal.
Mm.
Well, apparently.
Ad hoc, are you awake?
Kill me.
Yes. Oh, yes. I couldn't do it if I wanted to, Fibble. I will walk forward. I'm going to use my...
Wait, you do technically mean if he takes any damage right now, he's fucked. He's dead. So you might as well just throw him out there. Either way, he's going to die if he gets hit.
Do you think there'll be more of those yellow stones?
Not in that great big area. We already know like that big area. We just want to make sure that there's no one in there hiding.
That's true. I just, maybe it's a good idea that he stays on my back in case he wants to get up and touch something else.
People don't forget to move with them so you can see what they see. I notice you're still in the boom room. So, as you guys get to move down that little corridor, and you now can see a little bit more clearly into this large room. 4 black marble columns support the vaulted ceiling of the temple. At the north stands a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure. The statue's stony hands are outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell. Its face is a void of utter blackness. The ominous statue stands between the 2 black marble balconies, one of which is partially collapsed, which you have walked on before. They're now above you. In front of an open doorway, the walls of the temple are sheathed in amber, and the doors leading from it are made from amber as well. The arched hallways coated with amber lead away from the temple to the west and the east, and you've just come in from the western side. Flanking these exits are alcoves that hold white marble statues of robed human wizards. So that's what you can see here. Where are we? Pointed hats and golden staffs. One of them is toppled over and lies shattered, which is over in this corner under this balcony. So if you should be able to see under there. Possibly, maybe not. If I've walled that correctly. See. Maybe I haven't walled it correctly. Let's remove some.
Fibble, Scafus, I don't believe in these dark gifts doing what they say they do, so I'm not going to sacrifice this little goblin. As annoying as he is at the moment, I'll just keep him with me if that's all right.
No, you should be able to see under those.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, no, I disagree. I want to test the theory out. It's like, it only takes one death to find out if it worked.
Yeah, but if he dies, he dies forever. That's not the sort of thing I can do. Right? It's not who I am. I mean, you saw moments ago moments ago, before that, moments ago with Echo. Yep, that's another campaign, Bez.
Echo.
It was bound to happen.
Too many campaigns, people. Too many campaigns.
Moments ago with Zadriel, but moments before that, I was gonna make it. Well, I didn't. I was gonna make it look like I was gonna break his neck, and everyone was keen for it. And I was quite surprised, to be honest. Quite surprised.
So I've just removed the walls so you now guys can see underneath those balconies.
I don't want to see him die, but at the same time, he is being a bit of a dick with this whole "I am almighty, powerful God." He's actually starting to turn into a mini Strahd.
Yeah, I get your point.
So I just want to prove it just once, that the dark gifts are not as good as he fucking thinks.
I think we proved it though. Like when I knocked him down, like I say, he's definitely got something there.
He's got
little fella.
Have you learnt your lesson, Adok?
I'll have you know that, Zadriel, I almost choked him. I was this close.
That would be no.
But he was, seriously, he tells the truth. It was that close. He was much stronger than I ever remember. And I do appreciate a good battle once in a while.
Very good, Adok. That's good. I pat him on the head behind Cardinals.
Just like cough up like a bit of blood as he was like,
Yeah, don't do it too hard. We haven't bothered healing him yet.
But just remember, he didn't win. Nearly isn't good enough against Strahd. And I look at Zadriel again, and then I walk forward and I grab some crossbow bolts from my pack and throw them across the floor. Just a bundle of like 10.
Roll a strength check for me just quickly.
La strength. 12.
They go a reasonable distance. Nothing seems to happen though. There's clatter across the floor, kind of echoing in this large chamber.
Doesn't seem to be anything there.
Or it's not set off by, crossbow bolts. That's why I was saying throw Adok out there, because at least it looks like something. Like a kind of human, kind of alive.
I am protecting Adok now, okay? Just enough of that. And I walk forward and start picking up my crossbow bolts to about the pillar here.
I just want to see him die once, just to see if he comes back.
But if he doesn't, we lose him. Scafus, back me up here.
I'm sorry. I'm with Vibble.
So you, and I turn to face them all, I'm not going to do it any, but so you all would rather have seen him die to see what would happen?
No, I just wanted to see if he would come back. I didn't want to see him die.
But what if he doesn't?
We have Diamond, do we not, Feeble?
But you want to bring back Emilia.
No.
We can revive Adok. At least once.
I'm so confused.
Yes.
Clearly.
Carlos, I think you've been spending too much time with Vibble.
Look, okay, Carnos,
Yes.
if you're confused, how do you think Strahd's feeling right about now?
We're probably happy that people are touching his bloody stones.
They're not his, though.
Well, that's how he got his power, right?
Yeah, he got his power here, but they're not his stones.
Well,
He was just here. He was the first Adok.
yeah, so Adok and Zadriel are touching everyone else's stones to become the next Strahd.
You don't know me, Carnos.
No, I thought I was beginning to, but then I realised, hey, she touched that stone. She's as dumb as Adok.
Well, she does have power over life and death, whatever the hell that means, but
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe we let her die and she can bring herself back to life. Let's see how that goes.
You're gonna try and fight me, Carlos. Are you?
No.
Or
That'd be cute.
we let Adok die so she can bring Adok back.
We guys are insane.
Oh, yeah, there's power over life and death. That makes sense.
For the love of God, I cannot feel my ribs. Someone, kill me.
What do you mean you can't feel your ribs? They're right here. And I jab him with Charlotte's muzzle.
It hurts.
Ah, escapists, please. Look at me. Kill me.
Are we healing him? Are we healing him?
No, it's
No,
safer.
We're letting him slowly come back.
It's safer just to leave him for now.
What are we doing? Are we moving forward?
I would like to say yes.
Yes, let's do that. Let's move
So-
forward.
In this room, as you look around, you can see the collapsed statue here. There's another statue here. There's a broken doorway to the north, and another set of double doors here. To the south, between the two stairs, you can also see another set of double doors. Obviously, another hallway to the opposite side of where you have been, as well, and the two stairwells leading back up to the upper level.
Okay. Logic dictates we go through this one that's open. Because, that's how we've been sweeping. We've been starting on one side, finishing it all the way to the other side, right? Or we're just going across completely and then starting on the other side and coming back to the center.
No, your logic is right. Just, it's not. Yes, we just want to sort of see. But logic, this area first. Because logic would say we don't touch the yellow stones either, wouldn't it?
So, I'll get you to hold there just for a second. Yeah. I can see what's in here. So, in this room, as you sort of move in, the amber doors that once sealed this great stone room have been smashed. There are pieces lying amid crushed bones, armor, and weapons. You can see the remains of possibly would-be adventurers, maybe, or possible grave robbers. Who knows? The armor's rusted and old. The weapons as well. The ceilings in here are about 30 feet high and flat. There's a 10-foot square hole in the ceiling over here in this corner. It looks like something may have been stood there at some point in that sort of in the alcove up here. You can see where maybe a statue may have been at one point, but no longer exists. So, looking at the remains in this room, not hard to tell how they were killed. A lot of the bones have been crushed and broken, they were pulverized by something very large. Indeed.
Comparing it to the floor plan that I've made of the upper stair, does that square hole room thingy match up with anything from above?
Let me just double check. Not. Moment. Have a quick nosy here. No, it does not. The hole itself seems to be. Oh, actually, it does. It doesn't go right the way through, but from what you can tell, roughly where it is, possibly led up to the room between the room full of skulls. Almost, it almost lines up, not perfectly, but it's just off center. It doesn't go all the way through to the floor above. It's like it's been broken in almost from this side.
Right. Okay. Well, whoever designed this place had a weird sense of humor.
So these are crushed by something? You think? Something big walking around, or like a trap?
If I was to hazard a guess of something big that crushes stuff really well, that golem that came after us.
Karnos, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
A dexterity saving throw, that's lovely. $18.
You were one of the first in the room, I believe.
I'm just outside the door, I haven't gone on.
Just at the door.
Correct.
So, what was that? Sorry, your save.
18.
18. You catch out of the corner of your eye just a hint of movement, and you just step to one side, just as a piece of timber is flying across and narrowly misses you, strikes the wall just beside you.
Whoa, what the hell? I duck behind the wall with Adok on my back, making sure he's away from the direction that came from.
And as you sort of look in that direction, you see it, and a figure manifests itself. Another ghostly figure, something you've seen before. And a second, a third.
Karnos, your girlfriends have come to say hello again.
With that, we will get everybody to roll initiative, please, as these creatures manifest and start moving in your direction. So, we have got everyone, I believe. So first in the initiative order, just going to zoom in here a little bit for the chat. Is this guy here who appears around the corner from an unseen position, moving into the doorway. And he is going to wham into you, Scathus, which misses with a 7, so you're good there. Maybe, no, it does not. But as it moves in position and strikes you, it disappears from view. Next up is this one. Moves into a view where it can see. And it is going to call on an ability. We need... where is it? This one's going to target you, Zadriel. Medium or smaller. You need to make a charisma check, please. Just a straight charisma check, not a save.
17.
That should be a save. It should be beat this thing's thing. I've got to make a check here. succeed as it seems to reach out. You hear it, an echo in your mind, and it's foreign, it's weird, it's cold, but doesn't seem to have any effect on you. Karnos, you're up. Adok on board. Although you are tied to Karnos, you can't really do anything.
Well, was it? I cannot remember. It was an action for me to unroll Adok last time,
It'd be an action, yeah.
Sweet. That is a... I'm going to unswitch him from my back and roll him over to here and say, take care, little buddy. And as my movement, I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4 move to this position here. Hey, that's not where I said. Back one. I can't move onto that rock. I'll have to be here.
No, I don't think you can.
I can't move onto any of that spacing. It must be difficult terrain or something.
Should be able to move on to any of that, so there's no walling there. Let's double check, I might have left one behind.
It's just next to Fibble is where I was hoping to be.
Should be able to move there.
Keeps chucking me back. It's a jerk. That'll do. That's fine. Hey, that's where I want it to be. And then, as my bonus action, I'm going to toss a dagger at... which one? That one? No, that one.
That one there.
Cool.
This one here.
Corrected Monday.
Chuck a dagger.
Chuck a dagger.
Roll to hit.
Natural 1. That's
Natural
a good
1.
start.
That'll miss as you... no one's really in the way, but you throw it and it just falls short. And it's like, oh, okay, and just sort of dips and hits it skids across the stone.
I
Ting,
sort
ting,
of-
ting, ting.
I move my shoulder. I'm like, still feeling it after Adok. Right, Zadriel, you can control the dead. Let's go.
Now it is this guy's turn before Adok's. He is going to, for now, disappear. Adok, it's your turn. Fibble on board.
I am just guessing that someone picked up my armor. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone picked up your armor or not. No one said anything. I would assume that Karnos
Yeah.
would have.
I noted when I put mine on, I'd said I'd pick up my stuff, so I assume if I saw his stuff, I'd pick it up as
I would
well.
assume
Great.
someone would have. So
That's cool. I'm currently unarmored. I'm on 1 HP. I'm coughing up blood, so I'm going to use my action to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
go for it.
I
Very.
would have wrapped him in it too, so he's probably lying on the floor in front of him.
We'll say that your armor's there. So if you wanted to use your movement and your action to armor up and...
No, I'm going to use my
Cast.
action to heal. Or
Okay.
I'm dead, right? So
No worries.
and put the healing, and then I will, with my free object interaction, would you allow me to drag my armor? So I'm dragging my back legs and trying to use my movement speed to go to a relative safety. Just dragging the armor with me.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, no, your armor's not heavy.
Fantastic.
So you can use your free action to pick up your armor and then move yourself to wherever you need to move yourself.
Would you say this rubble is big enough for me to attempt to hide behind?
I would say, yeah, if you were sitting down behind something, you'd probably get at least half cover.
Okay, well, I'm going to go behind this pillar anyway. I've got enough movement, so...
Okay, so that'll potentially give you full cover. You will need to roll a stealth check anyway, just because you don't know what's watching you and what's not.
Yeah, that's fine. Disadvantage, because I've also got a natural 1, so I've got an 8.
Natural 1 of an 8. Natural 1, guys.
Okay.
So, that is your turn. Fibble, it is your turn with Zadriel on board, Scathus to follow.
Firebolt at the one I've already targeted.
I see that. Attack away, sir.
17 to hit
That hits.
and 15 fire damage.
15 fire damage.
Wait a minute. Yeah, it's 15 fire damage. That's it.
So 15 fire damage. The creature does not seem to be bothered by your fire at all. It looks like it's taken some damage. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'll just say, it's all up to you now, Z. I'm completely out of ideas.
Zadriel, it's now your turn. Status on board.
Yay.
Yay!
I'm gonna go up to this one. And I'm going to Divine Smite. Oh, maybe not.
10, that'll miss.
Nah, try one more time.
But as you move away, don't worry about it. It misses. 26, that hits.
All right. I'm going to hit it for 15 plus my Divine Smite, which was, what was it, D8 again, I think?
Yes, the 8.
It's been a while.
What level are you casting it at?
1.
No
So 15 Radiant as well.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Double check its resistance isn't right here, but I think you're pretty good. Oh yeah, that is dead. It dissipates in a poof of whiteness. Just slowly just breaks down and disappears on the breeze, or what if there was a breeze.
And
it
I
is
will
gone.
move towards that one, and that is me for now.
That is you for now. Skathis, you're up.
So moving up, maybe, hopefully. There we go.
Indeed. Make your attack.
That one.
Unarmed strike, 22 hits.
Oh, 5 damage.
5 bludgeoning damage. Your second attack, sir. 10, that misses.
And for bonus, we'll do Flurry of Blows.
Flurry of blows. Spend a key point. 2 more attacks.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
And that's a miss.
They both miss. You float. You're just not really on your ball tonight, there, Skathis. Coming in, your first shot, you managed to strike him, but it just seems to almost become incorporeal as you strike it, and the 3 others just can't find purchase. Next up, one appears right next to you, Skathis. And it does 17 to hit. And does that hit you? I believe it does. 13 points of force damage as he strikes you in the kidneys with a forceful blow, which is, it just feels odd that something as wispy and almost incorporeal just is able to strike with such a solid attack. That is its turn. Back to the top of the initiative order. One appears behind you, Kaunos, and attacks. Misses with a natural 1. Not seem to find any kind of purchase on you at all.
Thank you, DM.
Next one's turn. This one is going to attack Zadriel because you're there and you've hit it, so why not? With a 11, which I believe misses.
Yeah, that misses.
Kaunos, you're up. Adok on board.
Karnos, seeing these things blinking in and out of existence, is going to use his action to cast Divine Sense. And therefore, I should be able to know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind cover.
You do not see. You sense the ones that are there. you do get a sense that there's another one here that you can't see,
Sweet.
and maybe another one or two around the statue. There seems to be some signatures around the statue as well.
Sweet. Yeah, just as another location, so I won't be able to see them. That's fine.
Yeah.
Good to know. I will just say there's a few of them, and that's my action. As a bonus action, I'm going to. Draw forth the sun sword and take my only strike left.
Roger that.
And it'll be at that little fella right there. As I draw forth.
Right, Anakin.
Hacking him up with a. Oh, so close to a natural 20. The 25.
That definitely hits.
And all
radiant damage. with the
radiant
sun
damage.
sword.
One-handed. 8 radiant damage.
Is that all with the sun sword? Seems a little light.
Plus 1d8 versus undead if they're undead.
It's definitely undead, so another d8.
Did seem a little light, but that's what it says. But that's because I'm used to rolling against undead, yeah.
Yep.
So there's
So
another
it
8.
is, and it seems to almost break down a little bit, but it's still there. It's looking a little rough, but it's definitely still there. Is that your turn, Kanos?
Yes, that's it for Karnos, thank you.
Adok, it is your turn.
So you said it's action and movement to put on the armor?
It takes. How long does it take to don armor, guys? It's like. It takes a while to don armor, like 5 minutes.
Depends on the armor, but it's 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes. So
If it's
what
just leather
armor
or
do you,
something,
what
I think
armor
it's
do you
loose.
have?
Leather. Yeah.
Leather. I'd say it's going to take your entirety of this turn to put your armor on. So that'll be your entire turn.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's definitely what Adok's going to be doing as he's moaning and groaning and paying up. Kanos, you fucking bastard.
No worries, that is your turn. Fibble, you're up. Zadriel on board.
Fibble would pull out a purple drink, suck that down, which gives him an armor class of 18.
Cool.
Plus temporary hit points, extra temporary hit points of 14. And then go, you're a scary fucker. And attack that one there.
The one closest to you, or the one?
Yeah,
one
closest to me.
Next to you? Okay. What are you attacking it with?
I'm gonna actually attack it with my radiant dagger
Nice.
because it's fucking close enough for it.
Definitely. Roll to hit.
Ah, great, yeah. Fucking
Natural
that
one.
Of course. Of course.
You're not used to melee weapons. You're used to firearms and spells, and it feels a bit weird in the hand, and you go to jab it forward and you just misjudge the distance. And unfortunately, you do miss. And I believe that's your one and only
that's
action.
it. That's all I get.
Zadriel, it is your turn with Scathus on board.
Zadriel is going to hit the one in front of her with a hammer
Hammer away.
for 26.
That hits.
That'll be 15 bludgeoning.
15 of the bludgeoning. It
And
is
that
not
was-
looking good at all.
Smack it again for 22.
That hits.
And that is a 17.
That is more than enough to put this creature away. They don't seem to have a whole lot of form to them, and they seem to be relatively easily dispatched.
That will move over. If I'm able to flank, I will try and flank this one.
You'd be able to get around and flank into a flanking position, definitely.
And that is me.
Scathus, it is your turn. So I will give you advantage here as well, Scathus, as you have an ally who has just moved into a flanking position.
Now, I assume I have the spear on my back, wouldn't I?
I would assume you would. If you're using both your hands to fight, it would have to be on your back, so it'll
Yeah.
cost you... it's a free action to equip the weapon that's on
Then
in a
I'll do
reachable
that.
position. So,
I'll do that then.
Yep.
And I'll go swack. No, I won't.
Natural 1. Holy crap, guys.
Fucking hell.
That's like the 4th or 5th one tonight. Jesus Christ. Natural 1, again, you're used to using your fists. You're used to beating something to death, not stabbing it with a spear. I would say even with a natural 1, the spear, you strike through this creature. It seems to not really take the damage. Zadriel, you're quite startled as the point of the spear comes through this creature and probably narrowly misses your face as it comes through from the other side. That is your first attack. Your second, please.
Yeah, it's a miss too. 13.
13, that will hit.
Wow. I hit something. Yay!
That will hit. So roll your damage for your spear. This is the corpse slayer spear.
Yes, it is. So that's 9 plus.
And if it is against undead, it does extra damage, I believe.
Yeah, hang on. Get out of the way. Okay, so I need that. Where is it? There it is. Plus 2.
Plus 2. Awesome. Plus 2. So bit of damage there. So it's looking a little bloody. If it had blood, it would look bloody.
And because I hit, when you hit an undead creature with the attack using the weapon, the attack deals an extra 1d8 of weapon type.
Yes.
And the creature has disadvantage on saving throws against effects that turn undead until the start of your next turn.
No problem.
Turn. Yeah.
Well done. I'll remember that. That is your turn. Unless you're going to do anything else. Nope, that's it. Cool. Next up is this guy's turn. Another one of these creatures appears in the combat and attacks you, Skathis. Another slam attack with a 15 to hit. Does that hit you, Skathis? Nope.
It misses.
It misses, so he does not strike you with that. Next is another appears next to his friend, attacking you, Zadriel. Game with the slam, a natural 20. 31 points of force damage as it slams both its hands into your chest, almost knocking you back. You sort of have to steady yourself as it strikes. Next up is this guy. Same attack at you, Karnos. 12 to hit, which I believe misses.
No, my shield is in perfect position.
At the same time, another 2 appear pretty much where you had sensed them as you're looking around. It is now your turn, Adok on board. Adok, you would see these 2 appear from your position as well.
So with a full turn in up my sleeve, I will make 2 strikes at this first one in front of me. 1. Swinging high. 21 to hit.
It hits.
A d8 radiant plus a d8. So 11 plus 1. 12 radiant damage is my first one.
That is enough to kill it as it dissipates in radiant energy.
Okay, I will move, and I've made a roll. I will move to this one and use my second strike on that. 13 to hit.
That hits.
And same again. D8. God, the ones. Every damage. 8 plus another 8. That's better. 8 plus 6.
14 damage.
And as my bonus action, I will make a quick reverse strike through his center. Spinning. 17 to hit.
That hits.
12 plus, fuck, it's better than 1 this time, isn't it? Oh, I shouldn't have said it. 12 plus 1.
It's enough. It's enough.
It's
It's enough to dispatch yet another of these creatures in a flash of radiant energy.
And I'm like, yeah, and I haven't touched a damn stone, have I? And leave it at that.
Adok de Grey with Fibble on board.
Dog's gonna see these creatures showing up. Groggly get up, leaning against the pillar there. He's going to lean around. He's going to make his flute glow red hot as the sigils burn ablaze. And as soon as it starts to catch on fire, he's then going to notice that his flute is on fire. He's going to scream, drop his flute, and he's going to run 60 feet and use his action to dash. Straight that way.
I love it. So, Karnos, you'd be the closest, and Fibble would be probably the only ones that would. You'd probably all hear the high-pitched scream, which you're all have come probably quite used to hearing in the early days of the campaign, where you just hear the screech come from the main hall. Karnos, you definitely know it was Adok as you hear the screech, you hear the wooden flute hit the floor, and you just see him streak out of the room, back down the hallway, like real quick. Like it's almost, if you'd blinked, you would have missed him. He was moving that quickly.
And then, as my bonus action, I duck around the corner and attempt to hide because I've got nimble escape.
Right. So roll to hide. Roll stealth.
Okay. For a 17.
17. No worries. Fiddleston, it is now your turn with Zadriel on board.
Alrighty, let's try this sucker again. Come on, dagger. 15 to hit.
15 hits.
6 points of radiant damage.
Which one are you attacking, by the way, with your dagger?
The one. Oh, he's not there anymore.
He's dead.
Oh, well, that's interesting because I don't see anyone else around me.
Well, there isn't anyone else around you. They're all dead.
Fair enough.
There's only ones in the room. There's one down here as well.
Yeah, I thought Karnos and that were fighting outside, inside, not outside.
Karnos was outside with you.
No, I was beside you, yeah.
Well, I don't see him. That's the point.
He's right there. Why
Oh.
can't you see him?
Maybe
That's
the
weird.
rubble.
Could be the rubble. There's no walls there, so you shouldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't see him either.
Yeah.
Random.
With your movement, you can reach the one in front of me.
That's odd.
Wait. Yeah, it's a straight line. Like I can't see straight down. It's like there's a wall.
There's no walls there that I can see. I've removed ones that were there. That's odd. Try refreshing. It may change it.
Oh, well, no, there you go. I just clicked on myself and now I can see. What?
Interesting.
Okay. I targeted myself and now I can see.
Weird.
Okay, well, wait a minute. I'd move over to this dude then and hit him with that
That'll hit.
dagger.
So 6 points. Was that radiant damage or just slashing damage?
Yeah, it's piercing radiant damage.
Piercing radiant. It's either piercing or radiant. It can't be both.
4 points of it. We'll just go with radiant because I've imbued it with radiant damage.
Okay. Make it all radiant. Easily enough done.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make much difference. 6 points. Done.
That is that.
Zadriel, it is your turn.
So do will hit again.
Skathis, you're on board.
At advantage, I take it with the hammer.
On that one, yes, you will.
That would be 21
That definitely hits.
for 16.
It is dead.
Okay.
You
Then I
hit it
will-
with such force that your hammer hits the stone on the ground as it dissipates.
I will attempt to hit the one next to me.
No problem.
Closest one. 14.
That hits.
Okay. And that's just 13.
13
Bludgeoning.
points of bludgeoning done.
That one.
That is me.
That
One
is you.
damage.
You Skathis, you're up.
So, yeah, attacking that one. And instead of using it one-handed, I'm going to use it two-handed.
Okie dokie.
26 to hit.
That hits.
It's 6 damage plus another 7.
So nice. That's better. Second attack.
Nat 20, 28.
28 definitely hits.
with 11 damage from that, because that added.
It added automatically added the critical. So what
Yep.
we'll do is just add another D, make it 19.
Yeah.
So you don't need to roll anything more. It's dead.
Oh, come on. 3.
It just with the extra oomph from this corpse slayer spear, it just ends this creature as it dissipates, leaving just one in the room with you guys. Is that your turn,
And-
Skaters?
I believe so. That was my second attack.
It was. You can still spend a key point for flurry of blows, because the spear is technically classed as a monk weapon.
No, I'm good.
No problem. Next up is this guy's turn, and he is going to attack you, Fibble. And he is going to attempt to forceful slam you with 13. I believe your armor class is at 18.
Yeah, it's currently 18.
So there's a miss. But it does disappear after the attack. However, next up, Adok.
I'm going to use my reaction
Yes.
as well. It needs to make a con save DC 17.
What's the reaction for? What's it called?
It will actually blind it until its next attack round.
Yeah, but what's triggering the reaction?
It attacking me.
Okay, that's all I need to know. So,
Yeah.
what's con save?
Yeah, con save 17.
This should be pretty shitty because it doesn't have a great con. 18.
Ah, oh, it's saved.
Well, I didn't think it would, to be honest. Yeah, interesting. Cool. Adok, as you are carrying around the corner, pretty sure you're hidden, an entity just slowly appears next to you and attacks you. With an 18 to hit.
How much?
18, yeah.
Yeah, that's a hit.
So that will be 9 force damage as it
Oh.
slams into you. That is pretty much it. Back to the top, Karnos.
Right, so that one that was in front of us has just disappeared and gone elsewhere. We don't see it. Well, I don't see it,
Yeah,
right?
you do not see it. It has just vanished.
Where'd he go, Stib? And look around behind me, and I guess I'll see the one in the room, so
do.
I'll head towards the room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Can't quite get there, so as I'm moving, I'm just going to, on my shield arm, just hook out another dagger and try and dagger toss at that sucker.
Dagger, dagger, dagger. Roll the hit.
Just one.
Dagger.
Natural fucking 20.
Nice. That is a definite hit.
So that is a D4 with a maximum of 4 plus a D4, which makes it 6 plus 5, so
11.
11
That's
points of
enough.
slashing damage.
That's enough to render this creature inert, and it slowly dissipates as the dagger finds its mark. That room appears to be empty now.
I got your back, Zadru and Scaphus, and that's me.
That's you, Adok. It is now your turn, as this creature has appeared next to you.
Okay, Adok, because of the lovely goblin ability Nimble Escape, is going to disengage as his bonus action. And then as his action, is going to dash.
Again, okay.
Yeah. So he's going to disengage, he's going to try and barrel roll in between there. If he can. I mean, not really. I guess he's bleeding and he's like half health, so...
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to move through the square. You'd have to go around it. So you'd use up some of your movement to get around it, but you'd definitely... Actually, no, you're probably small enough. I'll allow it. Make a quick dex check for me. Just
Will do.
With a bit of a roll. Mainly for flavor, not for anything else.
I'll do that with disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
Yep.
Awesome, a 5.
It's sloppy. It's more like it's more like a run and trip, not a roll. You sort of stumble and fall. So on your dash, we're minus 5 feet off your dash.
Okay, cool. It's like one of those horror movies where I look back and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no! And then I'm gonna keep running all the way, and I think I get to around about here because it's minus 10. Yeah.
It looks about right.
Yeah. So I'm here. As I'm running, you just hear Adolf just going, "Ah!" Like, it's just like...
You can now see where your flute is, which is now not on fire, so your flute's there at least. And it's your
screaming
turn.
from something else. Yeah.
Yeah. Level 7, it's your turn with Zadriel on board. Holy shit.
The one beside me is still there?
You can't see it. You don't know whether it's still there or not. You can make an attack with disadvantage if you think it's still there. It's up to you. You have no idea where it went.
Well, no. If it's not visible, I wouldn't do that. I'd probably move to here to see what the hell Adok's.
And all you see is, Adok is screaming, running towards you, and you see another one of these creatures in the distance out in the hall.
What the fuck, Adok? Really? You're meant to be this new superpower, and you still scream like a bitch. And my owl would fly over to him, land on his head,
and poop on his head.
No, well, yeah, why not? Yeah, he poops on his head, and the poop heals him for 11 points of healing damage.
11 points of the healing damage.
And then the owl would fly back to me and land on my shoulder.
No worries. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. I just cure wound on him.
No worries. Zadriel, your turn. Skathis on board. You're all hearing this high-pitched squeal from Adok as it's echoing through these chambers.
Alright, Zadriel can move to there and say, Adok, come to me. And that's all I can do because that's as far as I can go.
Skathis, you're up.
Although Zadriel can't do it, I can. I go running all the... Yeah, no, that's not that. On that one. I go running all the way down to Adok.
You got 50 feet, don't you?
Yeah. And say, hello, what's going on?
Can respond quickly, Adok.
Okay.
6 seconds, free action.
Are you fucking blind? Have a look at that. Like, as he's pointing to the ghost.
Is there anything else you wish to do, Skathis?
Can I actually see him?
If you can't see him on your map, you can't see him.
I can see him.
Well, then, if you can see him, you got line of sight.
Ooh. Yeah, all right. So with the spear,
You're going to attempt to throw it.
I am.
What's your ranges on that, drone?
It says 2060.
So you got maximum 60 feet, definitely. So you can definitely throw it. Actually, I think that'll be at disadvantage at 60 feet.
Correct. Up to 20 is normal, and past 20 is disadvantage.
All right,
So, it's outside of the 20 feet throwing range for that. So at 60, you can still throw it, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Oh, damn. So 23 for the disadvantage.
It still hits. That's a pretty good throw. Roll your damage.
So that's 4 plus.
14,
No, don't worry about the extra.
So it's
So it's
26
just
plus
4.
4.
Because the second roll was a
Right, of course.
And an extra 5 damage is on top of that 4.
No, it'd be more than that. What's the base damage of your spear? What's the dice you roll for the damage?
1d6.
So it'll be 6 plus whatever your modifier is. What's your modifier? Plus 4?
Yeah.
So it'll be 10 plus whatever you rolled, so it'll be 15.
Okay.
So you no longer have the spear. It is now on the ground next to this creature, or in this creature, on the creature fish. But it's done a fair amount of damage.
And that's the end of my turn.
So that is end of your turn. It is now this guy's turn, who reappears right next to Adok and attacks with a 17. The
Adok,
17 hit.
As a reaction, is going to forcibly project an ethereal shield around him.
Okay, so that brings your AC
To
up to
20.
20, so it misses. That is its turn. Adok, I need you now to make a... What was it? A charisma check, please.
Just a straight check,
Just
not
a
a
straight,
save.
not a save, just a straight check.
15.
You're good, you're good.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But it does move. Actually, it disappears. It does. Karnos, is now your turn. You have one. You can't see it. It's behind the pillar.
At this point, I'll be running towards Adok's position because I know that he was not in a great condition when I left him last, and that's as far as I can go there.
You would definitely see it through behind the
15,
scapers.
No, that's as far as I can go there. But I can still see
You
it.
probably still see it just. You
According to the
definitely know
map.
it's something. Yeah, you definitely know it's there.
I sort of get there and go, ah! And I'd hold my shield in front of me, and with the sun sword, I'd drag it across, and I'd say, DM's blessing, take you down. And I'd, word of radiance, it make a constitution save.
Con save.
15.
19.
It saves. The radiant light does nothing.
See, it's bathed in radiant light for a second or two, but it just doesn't seem to affect it at all. Is that your turn, Karnos?
Karnas would say, it's behind you, move! And that would be me.
Adok, it is now your turn with Fibble on board.
Adok again disengages because of nimble escape. Just gotta try and slide through Scathus's legs, and then as an
Make another
action,
dex roll.
still
dex
leaving
check.
his flute on the ground, is gonna run towards Adriel.
Make the dex roll to try and get eloquently through Scathus's legs.
The dex roll is an 11.
That's not bad. Not bad. Still not as graceful as you normally would be, but you manage to scoot through the legs of Scathus, and you make your way to Zadriel.
Okay, I have no idea where Zadriel is. Oh, she's over there. Oh, okay.
She is right by the statue,
Okay.
right there.
Okay, yep. Bang, I run there.
Yep.
I can actually get behind her. I'll do that. So,
So is that your turn?
yeah, that's my turn.
Bibble, you're up. Zadriel on board.
Alright. That one I'm going to see if... Where is it? Yeah, I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew at it.
Yep.
So it needs to make a dex save.
Doki. 6. 10. Which I believe is a failure.
Yeah, it's a failure. So if it takes acid damage, it takes full acid damage of a whole mighty 7 points.
Again, the acid is there. It does not seem to be bothered by it at all.
Yep. As I indicated before, I'm shit out of ideas.
That is you, Fibblesturb. Zadriel, it is now your turn. You've seen your line of caustic goo. I believe Fibble is like 30 feet long.
My computer crashed, so Zadriel would like to
Oh no,
do a healing hands for 10 points of healing on Adok
no worries.
and hold up my shield to defend him.
No
And we'll be
problem.
back.
No worries. So you take your healing damage there, ad hoc. Skathis, it is your turn. There is a line of acid in front of you now, by the way.
Oh, seeing I don't have the spear in my hands anymore, I'll try and wallop him with my fist.
No worries, you can pretty much do it. You can reach him from there, just.
13 to hit.
That hits.
9 damage.
9 damage. He's looking a little rough.
24.
That hits. I think your base damage is enough to kill
9 damage.
it. It dissipates. And that is the end of that one. Is that your turn as another appears right beside you as you finish this one off?
That was my second attack too,
It
wasn't it?
was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it for you. The creature attacks you with a dirty 20 to hit Skathis. 13 points of force damage. Again, slams into your chest. And it's almost like it's reaching in and just punching your heart. It's that kind of energy running through your ribs. But that is its turn. Karnos, it's your turn. This creature's just appeared next to Skathis in front of you.
Right, Karnos will move to here, as he was sort of running through the room in his previous turn. As he gets to there, he'll see that creature attack Skathis, and he'll go, Skathis, elbow! And I'm going to use a maneuver called bait and switch as I attack, which means me and
Switch
Skathis
places?
switch positions, as long as Skathis is willing.
Are you willing, Skathis?
Yes.
So
Sweet.
you switch places.
And during that switch places, I make my attacks.
Make your attack, sir.
For the one that hits, it will get the bait and switch extra. So, first one. It definitely hits 24
That hits.
and gets the extra d8. So, firstly, the Sunsword damage of 6 plus, 13 plus 8 plus another 8. 25, I think that is.
And that is enough to dismiss this creature from the battlefield. And seemingly all is quiet once again, as you don't see or hear anything.
So
over
what
the
would have
next few
happened?
minutes.
What would happen there was I would have hooked elbows with Skathis and sort of spun around like a trick movie shot and sort of swung the sword across the shoulders of the thing.
No problem.
Nice move, Skathis.
I'm going to be clutching onto Zadriel's plates of armor, and I'm just going to, Zadriel, you're going to hear Adok muttering to himself, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am beautiful, over and over again as he's shaking.
Yeah, and they got one of them right.
I'll go and retrieve my spear.
You go retrieve your spear, that's not a problem. It's easy enough done. We're out of combat.
And daggers.
And you retrieve your daggers, not too difficult either. You know where they landed. We will stop there for a short break. We're just over 20 minutes past 9, so we'll stop and take a couple of minutes, grab a drink, do the wee thing. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Screw the wee thing. I need a fucking drink.
Alright, we're back. What's up, chat? We are back. So, the combat has finished. And Adok's looking a little worse for wear once again.
Better.
A little better than before, but I'm assuming you stop concentrating on the acid, Fiddlestib. Get rid of that.
Yeah, as soon as we got out of combat, I would have stopped.
No worries. So it all seems relatively quiet in the Amber Temple once again, apart from regular noises, as usual.
Don't you mean Adok's whimpering?
Up to Adok whether he's whimpering.
No, as soon as everything quietened out, Adok would stop and then try and reshape himself, recenter, focus P. And you'd see he's definitely putting on an act like nothing happened. He's completely fine as he's like trying to walk back to his flute, giving all of you like a nod, a little signal as he's going past. He's like, Fibble, Karnos, Scafus, good work, team, everyone. Especially you, Zadriel. Well done, well done.
Thank you, Adok.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks. Are you guys all right? Everyone?
I'm fine.
I'm good.
Definitely liking this spear, though.
Yes, amazing piece of equipment, that. Very good.
Shall we go to these doors over here? Or
Does anyone
should we
have any
check
more?
that room?
What? I just
What are
needed. Huh?
You okay?
Healing? Oh, Jezreel, I don't need any healing. Look, I'm great. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. Good. Let's move on.
Thank you for off. No, but I mean, if you could spare. All right.
No, you're good.
We didn't check the room. Should we check it or no? There's dead bodies. They might have something in their pockets. No?
Yeah, all right.
Why did we
Adok?
not check it?
Yeah, Adok would dash into the room because he's got a bit of hit points now. Again, yeah. So
Are you going back into the room where the creatures came from?
Sadria will wait by the door.
So I mean, heading back in there, like you've pretty much seen what's in this room. Like it's scattered bodies. You can only assume, and I would imagine that all of you now, with the time you spent in Barovia, that these particular entities would more than likely have been the spirits of those that were slain in this room at some point. More than likely. It's looking at the amount of remains here. Numbers seem to add up pretty close.
Adok's gonna try and scavenge around for any shinies.
Roll investigation.
Disadvantage.
I'll assist him.
Scatus
Okay.
will assist, so straight roll.
19 plus 6. 25.
There's nothing here from a merchant standpoint. There's nothing here that you would deem to have any value whatsoever. Like I said, the weaponry is old, rusted. The point where you pick up one dagger and it almost falls apart as you pick it up. It's been here that long. The rust has taken old, and it would have been an old steel dagger, an old iron dagger. So definitely, most of the armor is, again, leather, almost falls apart. It's that brittle as you pick it up. It's just nothing worth anything.
While they're doing that and me and Fib are waiting out the corridor, I'd just walk over to the big giant statue and say, Fib, did you draw the statue in your map, mate?
I kind of just drew like a big box with saying Kujar statue.
Cool. And Carl's just going to look around the base of it, see if there's any, is it like a name plate or something like that?
Roll investigation.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. You walk around the base of it, you sort of have a look. It seems to be attached to the floor, as about best you can tell. But that's about all you notice. You don't notice any name, or anything else.
And that's... Hey, Fibble, this statue's making some funny symbols with its hand. Do you think it was in a gang?
No, it's casting faced palm.
Faced palm. Is that where you grow trees out of your face?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right. Oh, they're back.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Did you find any good shit?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Let's move on then. Adok, open the door.
Well, as you can see, Mr. Fibble, I am trying, but it's locked.
Xanthar? Xanthar! No?
Doesn't seem to work with this particular door. Not you walked up and you said it, and it's you don't hear anything at this point.
Lockpicking people?
Nah, Adok seems to be the master of everything. Come on, Adok.
All right.
Or you want me to give it a shot?
No, Fibble, I'm just really grateful that you're now starting to realise my brilliance.
Oh, God.
Yep. Brilliance. That's the word I'd use.
Holy crap! Your camera just went.
I did that earlier and then came right, yeah.
It's odd.
Adok's gonna like crack his fingers and then whip out. Actually, fuck, I don't even know if I've got thieves' tools. I do have thieves' tools. He's gonna whip out his thieves' tools.
Gonna give it a thieves' tools. Go.
Yeah.
So, the first thing you notice as you whip out your tools is there is no lock to pick. There is no discernible place to put a key. There's just these aren't wooden doors like the rest of the place that you structured wooden doors. These are made from the same amber stone. The rest of the temple.
Okay, Adok's gonna reach out and touch it.
You're gonna reach out and touch it. You reach out and touch it, and it is cool to the touch. You feel quite warm, however, but it is cool to the touch. Nothing happens. No voices.
All right, as you see, ladies and gentlemen, that there is no lock on this actual door for me to pick. But that was a test. You all failed. See, I whipped out my thieves' tools in order to make sure anyone knew, and no one knew. Fibble, you're not as intelligent as you think you are. So clearly, this is locked by magical needs. Yeah, that's the only, or it's a trap mechanism somewhere.
I've got to wait a minute. Is there a gap underneath the door?
There is no gap underneath this door that I can see right now.
Really? No gap at all?
There's probably a minimal of gaps. Like it's designed to be sealed, almost airtight. It's a vault door, for want of a better term.
You know, Adok, it kind of looks like there's some treasure behind there.
Yeah, obviously. It's made out of amber. It's sealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why aren't you trying to get in there? You know, there's probably some more of those statue thingos you can touch.
No, clearly, right, everyone, we got to look for the way to open the door magically. As you see, I have exhausted my resources in terms of magical nature because some of you, as in all of you, thought it would be a good idea to leave me in a room full of weird, googly-eyed sort of monsters.
What are you talking about? You did pretty good.
I did, but I cannot do any more of the magical sort of stuff. So, therefore, I'm passing the torch over to you, Fibble.
Googly-eyed monsters, by the way. I like the name Eye Guy. One eye is a guy. No? Okay.
iPod?
Oh, that works, yeah.
So no way to get in the door?
Well, I mean, we have to look around for... yeah, you can bash it. I mean, Look, I'll have a look around. Yeah. Anyone else will have a look around with me?
All right. What are we looking for?
Something like maybe a bit of stone that's out of place, some dust that's moved, something that shines magically. Maybe
Oh no, that's more Scaphus's territory.
if it tingles when you touch it, that's probably a good sign.
What's my territory again? What?
Tingles when you touch it.
Helping him look at stones and stuff. Looking for something. You're perceptive more so than I would be.
Haddock's going to start to investigate around the door for any sorts of, around it, any sorts of loose bits of stonework or dust that's moved or anything like that.
I will assist.
Maybe runes or something.
So straight investigation. Being assisted.
And it's going to use Flash of Genius. Actually, I don't know if I can. I think I've used it up. Oh, actually, I've got one more.
Yeah.
24.
There's nothing unusual around the door. I mean, you look at the door itself, and the suggestion of bashing it seems viable. It's stone, could be bashed in potentially, but there's nothing that stands out as far as switches or any kind of mechanism.
Maybe there's a switch in another room that opens up this room.
Yeah, maybe there's a switch in another room that opens this door. That was I said it first.
Yes, Haddock, you did. Very good, Haddock.
All right, everyone, follow me. Next room. Wrong room, everyone. Not here. Turn around.
Haddock, there's two doors over there. You know, I know you're the genius of the party, so you know sometimes it escapes you the small thing.
Oh shit.
I think before we open those doors, we tie Haddock up.
Fibble, I mean, the reason why I said it's the wrong room is because I know for a fact over the other side of them doors, it's not going to open that door over there. But you're more than welcome to open it. It's just I already know because of my sheer intellect.
Oh yeah, I better go get my rope.
Haddock and Karnos and Bibblestep. Need you all to make wisdom saves, please.
So good at these. Oh, 18.
18?
Is this a magical effect?
It would be a magical effect. Looking at a DC of 18, so 18 you will succeed.
22.
Karnos.
No, just a 10. Not so wise.
So wise. So, Bibble and Haddock, you get the sensation and find it somewhat amusing. But then it seems to dissipate as fast as it was there. It's kind of odd sensation. Karnos, however, as you get a sensation come across the top of your mind initially, and then all of a sudden you just have this urge to start laughing. You don't know why. Something's just struck you really, really funny. So much so that you fall prone on the ground, in fact.
And prone. Still laughing?
Still laughing.
What is wrong with you?
And as the laughter takes over Karnos and he falls prone, rolling, grabbing his stomach as he just continues to cackle and laugh, three figures appear at the southern end of this hallway. And you see one of them, the lead one's holding up her staff and is waving it in the air. And you got an idea of what's probably just happened. Do you say or do anything?
Fibbo, See what I mean? Wrong room. And then Adolf's going to start backing out.
Haddock, it's a hallway.
Yeah, well, somebody else's vocabulary. This could be a room.
And I suggest you start heading that way and attack those people that are making Haddock, Karnos laugh at Scathus's jokes.
A friendly bunch, just making them laugh. There's nothing wrong with that. Why would you attack someone for that? It's fine.
I thought you were meant to be strong enough to kill, this Strahd fella, and you're worrying about a couple of girls over there.
People, can I be real with you right now? I'm this close to being dead. I've got no magical abilities whatsoever. I'm trying to do a brave face and be strong, yeah? Just let me have this moment, please.
Sure, no worries. Go on. Go attack the ladies.
Ladies, my apologies. If you will, I'll be off. Wrong room.
Well, you'll be off shortly. A little grey brand.
That's so right.
Is that an advance on me sexually? Because, I'm not quite sure what you
And
mean.
we'll get everyone to roll initiative, please. So just waiting on Zedriel.
So I roll at disadvantage since I'm on the floor laughing, so 6.
Fair enough too. Yeah, it makes sense. So Zedriel, you get the initiative order this time round. So what you see is that the three ladies, you guys have definitely seen creatures like this before. Hunched over crones. Not like Bubble Saga, not the hag, but witches of some description. Even down to the pointed hats. It's almost very cliche in some respect.
What have you done with my friend? And I'm going to point at one of them and use my dark gift. So I will, I don't think it's is it a save? No, it is a constitution saving
So
throw.
it would be a con save. Which one? The lead one or one of the ones at the back?
The lead one.
Lead one. So there's a constitution save.
And I gotta look at what my saves are.
That'd be whatever your spell DC is, normally.
Okay, yeah. 17.
17. So that'll be a failure with a 9.
Alright, and she will take 66 necrotic damage.
Ooh, 66 necrotic damage. That's 36 plus 30, isn't it?
30, yeah.
You watch as Zadriel reaches out a finger, and as she utters a word that is completely foreign to all of you, except for Scathus, it's a word in Infernal, simply means death. And as she does so, the guttural tones that come from her vocal cords are completely unnatural to Zadriel. You sort of glance over as you hear this word come from her lips, and her eyes are completely black. And the blackened tears are running from her face once again.
At the start of my next turn, she will be a zombie under my command. So,
That's if she dies.
if she dies.
Which she does so, with exactly 66 hit points. She is reduced to 0 hit points and just drops dead on the spot, collapsing on the floor. The other two, what have you done? We will get you for this. So at the start of your next turn, she will rise and be under your control as a zombie. I believe she would use just the zombie stats. Have you got those stats? If you haven't, I have, so it's not a big issue.
No, I don't have them,
Okay.
but
I
yeah.
will. I've got zombie stats here that we can use. That's cool. So she is dead, but still on the playing field at this point. Skathis, it is your turn with Fibble on board, and you've all witnessed this occurrence happen from Zadriel. Fibble, your turn. Skathis, your turn. Sorry, Fibble on board. Jesus, I'm confused.
So I'm going to go and run all the way down there. Yay!
She's dead on the floor, by the way.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, as far as you're aware, she's dead on the floor.
And use my. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'll do something else instead.
6 seconds.
Yeah, I'm attacking with water whip. That's it.
Which one?
That and that.
That one? Cool.
So
Roll your attack. Oh, no,
I
it's a
don't
save,
need
isn't
to.
it?
Yeah, DC 13 for Dex.
Dex save, 13. He's pretty dexterous for the 16. So half damage.
Yep. There. Okay, there it is. Half of 13.
That will be 6 points of damage. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Fibble, you're on board. Adok after that.
I'll go. Cool new ability. And then launch a firebolt at the one that
One that Skathis hit.
Skathis just attacked.
Okay, no worries. So firebolt. 15,
So 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Yep. And she takes 14 points fire damage.
Now, unlike
And-
before, she seems to take the full damage compared to last time you attacked these things.
See? I know what to do here.
Is that your turn, Fibblesib?
That's it.
Adok the Grey.
Adok is going to pull out a little potion. A bit of the spider sac of venom that he's got from his backpack. He's going to get a dart and he's going to dip it in the spider sac venom and then he's going to load it into his flute/dart gun thing. And I assume that's going to pretty much be his entire action.
Yeah, I would say it would pretty much be... would take you a fair bit to do all that.
Yeah, because I don't have it on my belt, the spider sac
yeah.
venom, so yeah.
No worries. So that'll be pretty much you. Next up is this lady here. She is going to gonna do she's going to look at you, Philsib. You see? Oh no, Karnos. Not Karnos. Skathis, you're closest, so this will be for you. He points a finger at you and rolls this 17 to hit, which I believe hits you. So you will take 8 poison damage. You'll also need to make a DC 12 con save, please. You resistant to poison? From memory?
I believe I am. Yes.
So you'll take half of that if you are.
Hang on. No, wrong one. Yeah. No, features. There we go. That's the one. All the way down the bottom, of course.
It'll show at the top of your character sheet if you have resistance to poison damage under your... Yeah, it shows on your main character sheet at the top. It'll be under conditions and things like that. Next to that.
Next to the your armor class, it says defenses,
Yeah.
resistance immunities.
There we go. I have immunity to poison.
You're immune to poison, so you do not take the poison damage. So with that, you will not have to... Yeah, you will still have to make the con save. That is... You're not immune to the poison condition, I believe. Just to the poison damage. Actually, no, you would be immune to the poison condition too, wouldn't you? If you had immunity to
Oh,
poison.
I would assume so, yeah. But I got a 17.
That's a pass anyway, so you're good. So yeah, other DMs confirm that. I would imagine if you're immune to poison, you'd be immune to the poison condition as well.
That's how I'd play it, yeah.
Yeah. So cool.
If he was resistant, yeah, he'd take the poison. I'd say.
Yeah, but he's immune, so we'll
Yeah,
say that
immune.
you're immune across the board. Karnos, it is now your turn. You're still finding something hilariously funny. You're cackling lying there on the ground, cackling uncontrollably. But you
I
do
am
get a
indeed.
chance to make that save again. This is
The one who
slightly-
cast it's still up.
It is indeed, and it is a slightly lower DC.
Wisdom save it was?
Wisdom save, DC 16.
Carlos is hilarious. Finding everything hilarious with a 5.
You were still struck with the hilarity of the situation. And
Do I-
still
do I have to
prone.
stay prone, do
You're
I?
still
Yep.
prone. You are unable to...
Cannot do anything.
Cannot do anything at this point.
I'll just be like, you guys suck. You suck bad. Pointing at the witches.
It's now this one's turn, and she looks around and sees that the poison damage from her friend has not had any effect on you. But what she will do instead, she will make an attack at you, Scathus, of a 12, which I think will miss, as she raises her hand and a streak of frozen energy streaks out of her hand but narrowly misses you, strikes the floor beside you. And you sort of see her screw up her face as if she's upset that it's happened. It is now back to the top. Zadriel, it is your turn. So Scathus, you would see at the start of Zadriel's turn here, this witch slowly stands and looks at you, but doesn't look at you in an aggressive way. Like it's almost like a blank stare. Zadriel, your turn.
All right. I'm going to dash. Where's my foundry? All right, I'm going to dash next to Scathus. And I'm going to say, Scathus, leave her alone. And that's all I can do. I will ready my weapon for the next round.
No problem.
Do I command her, or do you want to command the zombie?
That'll be you. I think you do that on. We'll use on your turn. So you can give her a command.
I'll just command her to attack her friends. So I'll point it at this one.
Does it say
and I will-
specifically in the
It
dark
says,
in the spell?
following your verbal orders to the best of your
Yep.
ability. So,
Yeah, so you can give her that verbal order. I'd say as a bonus action.
all right. So as a bonus section, I will say, kill your friend behind you.
Which is not
That's
a
me.
problem. She retains. We'll keep her in the initiative order. That is you, Scathus. You're up. Fibble on board. So Zadriel's given instruction. The one that's just stood up in front of you. Do not attack her. And you've heard Zadriel issue the verbal order.
Well, in that case, I'm going to... No, I don't want to target. I want to move.
Did you just target yourself?
Maybe.
So you're going to attack this one as you move in.
And using the Corpse Slayer Spear
No worries.
with an 18 to hit. Two-handed, of course.
18 to hit two-handed.
12
That hits.
damage.
12 damage. You only get the base damage if she's not undead.
Alright, one more hit. With a 13.
That will miss. Seems to just evade that second attack, anticipating its entrance.
Hey, the first one hurt her, okay?
It did. It did some reasonable damage. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Yes. Fibble, you're up. Addock on board.
Fibble would cast another firebolt because
Same target?
It worked. Yep, same target. It worked
Roll the
last
hit.
time.
It did indeed.
23 to hit.
That hits.
12 points of fire damage.
12 points of fire damage. She definitely takes the damage. She's not looking good.
And that's it.
That's it. Adok, it is now your turn.
Edok is then gonna just shoot his dart at that one over there. The spider sack of him into
Roll
her.
to hit.
26.
That hits.
Lovely 4 damage, and I believe we made the Constitution save of 11.
Did indeed. On save. That would be a 12.
Okay, cool.
So did we say it was half damage or no damage on that?
I have no idea. You just said DC of 11.
Okay, roll D6. What was the damage we decided on that? D6 or D8? I think it was D6.
I'll do just okay.
Roll a D6. We'll do
I got a
half
5.
damage. Do half damage on that, Dave. He does take a little bit of damage, but not much.
And then for the rest, he's just gonna load another dart and do the same thing. Dip it in the spider venom for the next.
No
That's it.
worries. So next up is this witch has been given an order. She moves in next to her friend. Actually, no, she doesn't. Yes, she does, because she's now a zombie. Can't use her spells anymore. But she has a slam attack, which for a 22 does hit, but only 2 points of bludgeoning damage. But the damage is done. It's turn. Karnos, again, wisdom save from you.
Alright. Natural 20.
Natural 20. Nice. The auntie gets a luck and an inspiration from Reaper. So your laughter subsides after your movement to get back up.
And I believe that's usually at the end of my turn, so I
At
won't
the
do
end of your
anything
turn,
else.
so, yep.
Yeah. So
So the laughter finally subsides. Your stomach and ribs are hurting. Your mouth is sore from laughing so much. You're not entirely sure why it was funny, but it was really funny.
And I, just as a flavour, I just put the sword, the shield on my pack, and as I'm sort of standing up ready for next round, I'll be like, right, that's it. 2-hand gripping the sun sword, ready to rock.
This one's turn. Seeing what Zadriel has done to her friend, he fires a ray of frost but misses Zadriel. Not good on their part. Yeah, she's not really going to do a whole lot. She will move away. No, yes, she will. No, she won't. Okay. Next up in the initiative order is the other attacking you, Scathus. But as you watch, as she stands in front of you, you see her nails grow, and she strikes out at you with her clawed fingers and misses as you manage to evade. Not very good. Not very good witches. But either way, Zadriel, back to your turn. Top of your turn.
I'm gonna move in and try and hit this one with the hammer.
Roll to hit.
18
That hits.
for 13 damage.
Is not looking good. 13 damage.
and-
Several bones
yeah.
crack and break.
I'm gonna miss my next hit as I swing low.
Natural
and
1 on the last
yeah.
strike. Swinging through and striking the floor next to her.
And that is me. I will continue to tell her to keep hitting.
Yeah, you,
Her
don't need
friend.
to issue the
Yeah.
command again. Once
Yeah.
you've issued it, she'll follow it until given another instruction.
Cool.
Scathus, you're up. Fibble on board.
Attacking the same one again with the spear. Nat 20.
Natural 20. Well done. Probably don't even need to roll damage, but roll it anyway. So it'll be 2d8. So it'd be 16 plus 4. Just roll your 2d8. Just roll 2d8 standard.
Yep, 12.
No, just roll 2d8.
Okay, hang on.
Just for the custom roll, 2d8.
There you go, 8.
8. So it'll be 28 total damage, which is more than enough. You lunge forward with the spear, two-handed, and you strike it just in the jugular, just below the chin line. And with that strike, you see the point of it exit out the back of her skull with a gurgling popping sound as the top of her skull pops and she slumps to the ground. You have movement and one more attack, I believe.
Yep. That one, I believe, is the live one.
One on the right, yes. This one here.
Yeah, 11.
That will miss.
That's
An
it.
amazing strike, but the next one you missed just out of range. Philsip, you're up with Adok on board. Raiders, welcome.
So, using Fiddlestick's alchemy set, he's going to whack together some stuff and then kind of flick it. And it's going to turn into a green arrow and fly straight at the one that I've targeted.
Okay.
For
Acid arrow,
a
28 hits.
28. Well, it's actually
Was that the damage?
34 to hit.
Okay, either way it hits.
Yeah. 12 points of acid damage, and she'll take some more a little bit later.
No worries. 12 acid damage as the acid starts to eat into her clothing and you can see it start to smoke. Is that your turn, Fibble?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Adok the Grey.
Adok looking at Fibble cast spells off left, right, and center. He's gonna look down at his fucking blowgun. He's gonna go, just sigh and then shoot another dart at this one.
Roll to hit.
At disadvantage because of the distance.
For who?
Oh,
For Adok.
true.
What's the distance on your blowgun?
Well,
25, 100.
I've got 35 feet of movement. That's still not going to work. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that'll
Yeah,
be
with
a disadvantage.
disadvantage. The other one should have
Good
been
spotting.
disadvantage too.
Yeah, it should have been.
Good.
That's my bad. So
That's my bad as well. I didn't
Yeah,
even
there we go.
realize.
I keep forgetting too. So
12?
blowgun doesn't have a. No, that'll miss. So fall short. So pew, little short. That was my bad too. I forgot about that as well. So good spotting, skaters. So is that your turn?
Yep.
Adok?
Adok's just gotta give a thumbs up. And he's just gonna sit down.
So Zadriel's new companion deals another 3 points of bludgeoning damage as it just slams its fists down onto the creature in front of it. It is its turn. Karnos, it is now your turn. Now that you're
Can I
aware,
do something?
you can do something.
Like I said, I put that shield away, stand up using 15,
Two-handed on the.
two-handed on the sun sword. I moved to there with my first round of movement, and then I'm like, knowing I'm not going to make it, I use my next round of movement, my action to move again.
No worries.
Getting there, and I have. Only thing I can do is I, realizing that I'm not going to make it, I grab the shield back off my back and during motion, spin around, and quick toss that sucker.
Throw it. What is the range on your shield?
Yeah, it's at disadvantage because it is the same.
But he's pissed off and he hurls that shield at the target.
Come on, baby. Oh, natural 20 and a 2.
So 11.
For 11.
As you toss the shield, throwing it forward, it looks good, and then it just dips with just the downforce, the shape of the shield, it just dips and slams into the ground. The hurr of a tang as it hits the ground and slides across the stone.
Damn it, and I've used my action search, so I can't do any more. So with that, I'm like, I'm coming for you! Looking at the witch, pointing at her with the sun sword, and that's it for me.
It is now her turn. She is looking around going, well, this does not bode well. And she disappears. Just
And also
melts.
takes 7 points of acid damage.
Is that on your turn or
Nah, it's actually on her
start
turn.
of her turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Not a problem. I can mark that down. She'll definitely take that damage, but she has disappeared. Back to the top, Zadriel. It is now your turn. You've seen her just melt away and disappear.
Where are you? And I will hold until I see something.
Okay, so you're gonna hold. What are you gonna hold specifically? Just an attack?
I
or...
will hold an attack.
Okay. Skathis. You've also seen her vanish.
I'm going to try and strike whatever's in front of me.
So she's going to make the attack in front. So make an attack at disadvantage because you really have no idea whether she's there or not. You sort of, what type of attack? Is it a thrusting attack, a sweeping attack? Give me some context.
A sweep.
So you're going to try and just sort of wild arc in front of you to see if you can strike something. Anything. And you hit something. And you hear a sound. Roll damage for your spear, which I believe is still two-handed.
Yeah.
So roll damage for your spear.
That is 8.
8 points of the piercing damage. And as you do the damage, she reappears. She has moved. But she sort of looks at you and sort of, foul creature. And is that your turn, Skathis?
One more attack.
Make the second attack.
25.
That hits.
12.
12 points of piercing damage. She is going to use her reaction on this. You need to make a Constitution saving throw, please, Skathis. As she releases an energy from her as you strike her in the attack. DC 16.
17.
Take half damage, so 12 points of necrotic damage. As she releases some form of retaliatory spell as you strike her. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Fibble, you're up. Adok on board. She's not looking good, guys. She's pretty bloody.
Did Zadriel hold her
You did too.
reaction?
Zadriel,
Yeah.
you have an action held.
I will throw my javelin at her.
You'll retrieve your javelin and throw it. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
13.
That will miss.
Yeah.
Strikes the wall to the right of her and clatters to the ground.
That is me.
So that will be Fibblestib. Your turn. Adok on board.
Back to my old favorite of Firebolt.
No worries.
18, 9, 20, 22 to hit.
That hits.
And 16 points fire damage.
Ooh, she's not looking good. She's getting close.
Come on, Adok, it's all up to you.
Adok, it is now your turn.
Adok, all of a sudden, after Fibble had casted that, just screams out, "I'm on fire!" Like he's gonna sprint. Use his full action to dart 60 feet away.
Oh, no worries. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Now the zombie moves in, Zadriel's zombie friend, and makes a slam attack. And misses with a 9, unfortunately. Strikes wide. Karnos, it is now your turn.
Wow, this is good because 5, 10, 15, 20, I could get right into her.
No worries. She's not looking good at all. You know this won't take much to take her down.
And I'm going to come in low, slide in and swipe, trying for a trip attack.
Roll to
With
hit.
the Sunsword low, come on baby. 21 to hit.
That hits.
And I am using two-handed, so this is heavier. So I get to reroll 1s and 2s if I roll a 1 and a 2, which is a 1, so I'm going to roll that again.
No worries.
There we go. 7 plus the
That's it,
sun sword radiant of 8. She's not undead.
He's not undead.
Okay. Plus the 8 of the the
That's
attack.
18. How do you want to do
21. As her, because I intended her to trip, so as I take their legs out with the sun sword, just carve it right sort of through the mid calf section. As her legs come away and she's falling down, I just hook up with a K symbol like a Zorro, but with a K, like up, down, out, out, and I just slice her into 4 pieces. And I'm like, deep breath. No damn amber stone. And that's it.
And that will bring our combat to an end. So Zadriel, what happens to your zombie? It's with you for 24 hours, you said?
It says it is permanent, but I sent you the link in the Discord of the spell
We'll double check.
to check for it later. Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't actually looked up the spell because I didn't think you were going to use it quite so soon. But we will definitely have a look at that. But that is the end of the combat, and we'll call that the end of our session as well. We'll pick up pretty much at the end of that next week. So Zombies permanently under your command following. Okay, so it's permanently under your command until it dies, basically. So you now have a companion zombie. So I'll actually create a zombie token for you for next week, which you'll have control of. So which is easy enough to do. So I'll remember to do that. So yes, so it's under your control for as long as it's alive, which is pretty freaking cool. So chat, that is it for us this evening. We'll go around our players and get some moments from tonight's episode. But firstly, we should say thank you to Armin with the raid coming in there. Thank you very, very much. We also... Well, that was last week. Cool. So thank you so much for the raid. Cheers for stopping by. Reaper for stopping in as well. Good to see you, pal. Dropping some inspirations and lucks in the chat for Miss Yanti. Make sure, guys, channel points, make sure you put them in there for the players. Give them some inspiration and some luck. They're going to need it coming up. There's definitely some more hairy situations coming in the future. So we'll start with Mr. Karnos. So I spelled Karnos wrong, is what you're saying. Karnos with a K, not Karnos with a C.
No, it's Karnos with a C.
I was going to say, what's this K business?
Yeah. No, this is me going, I would rather have a K in her than a C because it would not look as cool. So I thought, oh, Karnos is pretty dumb, so I'll just say he says K for Karnos and see what happens.
Hey, it works for me.
Anyhow. Okay, I got a couple of moments. So I'm not going to soak them all up, just 2, and they're probably the obvious 2.
K for kill, there you go.
Zadriel, Dark Gift, 36 plus 30 necrotic damage, and come back with a zombie. That was awesome. That's freaking cool, man. It's probably the coolest moment of the night. And I knew like Carlos hates the Dark Gift idea, but I knew it was going to be something cool. But what's the fucking payout? That's the question. And
there are consequences that even Zadriel doesn't know about yet.
And there's so many Fibble ad hoc Skathis moments, but I'm going to go with the Skathis one because I think Skathis is so quiet he loses out on a lot of moments. So that that fucking spear, man, that's so cool. You roll disadvantage, you got a 23 and a 25.
I know, right?
And at disadvantage, you still managed to smash with that radiant damage, I think it was, on the spear. Yeah. So good. So well done. That was cool.
Definitely a good thing for a monk to have a spear or staff.
But disadvantage, normally it's high-low, and he gets 23 to 25. I'm like, yep, well done.
He's got a higher hit rate. I mean, monks,
well done. So good.
So with that, segue into Skathis.
Just the ad hoc banter. People trying to get ad hoc thrown into an area.
Yes, ad hoc is interesting indeed.
And the running away with fire is a new one.
Yes, that is new, but we'll play that out in RP, I'm sure, at some point. Ad hoc degree.
I do very, very much thoroughly enjoying the Fibble banter. Loving everything that Fibble's coming out with, as usual. I feel like every quip that he comes out with is just on point. But I love how Adok loses his teeth and has all this other shit happen to him, and Zadriel gets like this awesome fucking dark gift and a zombie. And I'm sitting there, I've got 5 of them.
You got no idea how awesome or not awesome that dark gift is. This is the cool thing about them.
But no, that was a cool moment. Yeah. I will say Skathis deciding to side with Fibble. I just love how Karnos was trying to reach out to someone and be like, no, we can't kill Adok. Skathis. And Skathis is like, no, I agree with Fibble, just throw him in.
I think everyone just wants to see what's going to happen when you die. I mean, I think everyone's convinced that you're definitely coming back. So we'll see what happens.
We don't know where though. I could pop up anywhere.
You don't know what's going to happen. It's the whole idea of the dark gifts. I mean, the information I've given you guys is your information. I have other information on the dark gifts as well. So, Fibble's there.
Trying to use Adok as his little science experiment. That's been fun. And now I've got Zadriel to also use as a science experiment.
Anything's possible.
Which is anything's possible. The Karnos getting struck down by the
Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yeah, the hideous laughter. I'm sitting there going, great. Now we got him laughing. He's not going to shut up. He's just going to keep on retelling that story of when he started laughing one time. And yeah, Skathis' attack, like, okay, that's just fucking nuts. 23.
Yes. I mean, come on, disadvantage and rolls that bloody high. That's crazy.
Yeah, never happens to me. So.
And lastly, but not leastly, Zadriel.
No one mentions the amount of natural ones in the game.
I think it was a total of 8 tonight, all up.
Jeez. Also,
a few nat 20s too, though.
Yeah, Adok being in the backpack, bruised and bloody, saying, "Kill me." That's really funny. And Carlos' taunting Zadriel was really good. I was very taunted. I wanted to finger of death him. I really did.
Awesome. So, chat, Drax has come up. Adok, that's how you dark gift. Talking about Zadriel's gift. Adok screaming and running away during the battle with the ghosts and all nat ones. And so for me, definitely initially, definitely going to mention nat ones. I mean, all in the almost the start of the show, there was just so many nat ones in that first sort of combat.
Not to mention damage ones. I was rolling damage ones as well. That's why I swapped to two-handed. I can't roll ones and twos when I'm two-handed.
Definitely commend Cam on Adok's dark gifts and all the negatives that have come along with those gifts. He's playing them out beautifully. So that, well done, Cam. I think it's coming across really well that Adok's is not having a great time right now. And
I'm honestly just trying to get him killed in the temple.
Dude, you just don't know what's going to happen. It's one of those things. But yeah, and Zadriel, I think the whole dark gift there as well. I honestly didn't think you'd use it that early, but rolling exactly what you needed to kill that witch, exactly 66, was like, crap. You take one of them guys out instantly dead. But then I rolled like shit anyway and couldn't hit anyone. So, oh yes, and Evldoa and Baz saying Echo instead of Zadriel. I think we both Freudian slipped there. But these things do happen when you roll multiple campaigns and have multiple characters. Minds go elsewhere.
And also Drake's put up the cameo from
Ella in the background.
Yeah.
That was right back at the start. Oh, the echo that we were getting in the chat. Yeah, we were getting a bit of echo. That echo. I wasn't talking about the echo. I was talking about the echo.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh, because right, you were saying that the boy's voice echoed. Maybe that was there, eh? Oh.
But either way, that is it for us for this Wednesday. As I said, Sunday night there will be no Vampire the Masquerade session due to IRL commitments, but we will still be streaming. If the players wish to come and join me in the chat, we're going to hang out and just have a chat about VTM. Talk about season 1 and what's happened to date, rules, what's possibly up and coming for VTM in the VTM world. We can talk a little bit about maybe about Nexus, if anyone knows about that, and what's possibly coming for that, the new digital toolset. But yeah, so definitely come and hang out with us on Sunday, same time. We're just going to chill in the chat, and it may not be for the full 2 hours. It might just be for an hour or so. But if you've got nothing better to do and you want us to come and hang out and talk vampire stuff, definitely come and see us then. And as usual, we should probably think about raiding somebody. We've been raided, so we'll pass that on. You'll be around Sunday sometime? No worries. Satan, what's up? And Lost Archives is doing D&D. Michael is at Ewok is streaming. We haven't raided Michael as an Ewok for a while, so we're going to go raid him. He's not playing D&D, he's playing Dark Souls. We're going to raid him nonetheless. He's all Christmassy in his chat too. So make sure you guys, if you're not following Michael as an Ewok, make sure you do. He's a cool dude. Aussie streamer. Does some D&D with Tales of Pesh and does a lot of Dark Souls net on his channel. But we will be back when all this loads. My PC's having a slight go slow tonight. Kind of weird, but we're all streaming PC. I think it's on its last legs. Right, there we go. Raid started. We'll see you guys on Sunday, 8 o'clock New Zealand Standard Time.